Interestingly enough, I was contacted by an inside source that gave me a scoop on Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes allegedly got a woman pregnant and told her that he was going to allegedly have somebody harm her if she did not terminate the pregnancy. I have voicemails. I have Matt Barnes' voice allegedly on these recordings. Now,
I just need to know, do I need to prepare for a torrential downpour, or is the stuff that's been released the only stuff that's going to be released? Is there more coming? No, I believe you. I mean, you've done it thus far, and I've done it thus far. That said, I may have been a little aggressive yesterday and frustrated because I got a lot of on and a lot of moving parts. Again, I asked your number, and if you want to go the messy route after all the things you said you weren't and everything you stood for and the private and the classy and who you work for, now you're talking about reality shows and all this kind of stuff. Around the country, and we've been kicking it, and I've been cheating on my girl with you. Story time. And by no means am I sharing this story for empathy or sympathy. I'm sharing this story because a lie can travel around the world before the truth wakes up. And although this is all being handled legally and people are in the process of being sued, I wanted to address it because the bull continues to come out. For like the last 6 to 8 months, there's been a lot of bull, particularly posted by Tasha K, and some new chick just got into it, Jessie something, about messages, text messages, voice audios, all this. It's 1,000% all bullshit. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to show you some receipts to show you that I'm not lying, because unfortunately today you got to do that. This started July of 2023. My ex and I had split up for about a month, and this chick DMs me and I entertain her. We go back and forth, conversation gets spicy, but we never met, never kicked it, never met, never seen this chick one time in my life. And then fast forward, my ex and I got back together. So I told her, she got a little weird, but she kind of just fell back. So moving along, we get back together and we end up doing this reality show. And while we are on this reality show, we find out we're pregnant. So we announce that on the reality show. And when that airs for the world to see, I start getting hit up from different phone numbers, tripping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose this. So I think to myself, like, expose what? Like, we've never kicked it, met, person, shook hands, hugged, none of that. So I'm like, expose what? But at the same time, my ex was a little older, which is a high risk pregnancy. And I didn't want no bull like that coming out. So this chick said, pay me or I'm going to release our text, our conversation, our DMs. And I'm like, you really don't have, but again, okay. So I start paying this chick some bread for about a year, and I'm going to show you those receipts too. And during this time, I'm kind of just tapping in with her because she's a wild card. She's a nutcase, and kind of just checking in, having empty conversations to make sure she's cool. September of last year, we have the baby. And I keep paying her until the end of the year. So until December. I think December 6th was the last time I sent her bread. So come January, she flips out. You need to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to expose everything. So I just confessed. I told my ex, like, look, showed her the DMs, the conversations, proved that I'd never kicked it with the chick. But this chick starts going crazy and saying, I'm going to expose you and you just wait. And I'm going to show you that too, so y'all can see. But she just starts going on a rampage. The one thing I will say is this chick is good. We had DM for a little bit. There's some voice audios. And then during the process where I was trying to keep her sane, we exchanged phone numbers. So she starts chopping and screwing, and even AI in my voice, because she had it on a few voice audios. And since then, not a lot of blogs, but Tasha K mostly. And we know how thirsty and desperate she is and how many times she's been sued, like not fact checking anything, just whatever she sent, she runs. So there were stories out there about me being gay. There are stories about me about allegedly trying to convince a girlfriend of mine not to go on reality TV. What else? There's a story about me, the recent one, about me allegedly trying to talk someone into an abortion. They threatened stories about my kids and all kinds of weird and wild. I think in closing, a lot of you who follow me and know me know that I'm not perfect, far from perfect, plenty of times, but I'm real. A lot of my private stuff has played out publicly. You guys have witnessed me lose my family this year. You guys have witnessed a lot. And again, I don't make no excuses for none of my bull. I accept everything on the AI's conversation. She pieces 3 or 4 different conversations together to make them seem like something that's not true. So again,
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Matt Barnes that made his way onto the timeline for women issues and problems once again. And from the way that he's saying it and displaying it, he's claiming that it started out as a simple DMing light, spicy conversation. But now it is transformed into a full legal situation with heartache and devastation because it's hitting the blogs and it's spreading to the point he had to come out and address it in full. And he put a bunch of other stuff up there as well. He was scrolling like a long conversation thread with this also. Go to his Instagram page if you want to see all that. I'm not about to read it all and things. As I just got to say this right here with Matt Barnes, dog. This is one of them things where once you come out here and address it, that makes it the bigger story. And with it already being a legal matter, you probably should have just went on ahead and waited it out if you weren't going to address it at first. I'm not the expert. I'm not the legal nigga. I'm not the lawyer. I don't want to act like I'm more educated in these things than I am. But he already paid her 60 racks. He showed that right there. And that's got to be crazy in itself because of the fact, nigga, you was paying her to be quiet, and now you just came out and aired it all out. And that was the whole point of the jump. She said, hey, I'm going to find me a duck who I think got the money. Let me see if he going to quack on it. Now, I don't believe in setting nobody up. I don't believe that people should be extorted. I don't believe that people's private life and things should be put out there at all. That's not right to me. I don't co-sign that. But if you engage in it, you got to know that. How does it end? That's why you should get it written up and document for legal matters and understanding it done properly and not try to go the easy way out if you're going to go down that lane because there's no guideline to when they going to stop it. There's no guideline to when they going to end it. And they could just be a headache forever and things like that. Now, I don't know if this stuff is real or fake. He says it's AI. He claims that this stuff is not true. He said that she pieced up the convos. I keep it 100. Nigga, it sound like you. It could be AI though. They do. Yeah, I'm not the expert in that either, so I can't really say this or that. We heard other audio that hit the blogs with him recently, and I saw this yesterday on my homepage on Instagram. Just open up the phone with that Everybody Hates Chrissy Instagram, and then today he responded to it. And I don't be tapped into what Matt Barnes got going on. You know what I'm saying? The podcast, he got all the smoke, NBA player, retired, all that. We all know the story about Derek Fisher. I would just say this for Matt Barnes, man. I didn't even know bro had a whole new family and new kids. I don't be hip to what he got going on in his personal life. Didn't even know he was on a reality show. But I say this, yeah, bro, you just be making a lot of mistakes with women. I'm not going to say that everybody don't want to be loved. I'm not saying that everybody don't want to be with somebody because a lot of people do. Some people don't care. You should consider just say, you know what, bro, I'm just gonna be a bachelor for life, my nigga. Sign up for that lifestyle because it just be looking bad for you. And once you engage with this type of stuff and you hide something, your other person you're with, you could tell them all day you hid this for the betterment of them, like he said about his wife, like she was pregnant, I didn't want to do this, they want to. Bro, they ain't gonna be able to trust you no more. And once the trust is gone sometime, depending on how far you went with it, when it comes to stuff like that, living a type of lie. Because, you know, cheating is one thing, man. Okay, nigga, you cheated. You got messed around. It was random. It wasn't no, like, affair. Women will take you back on that. But when they feel like you was engaging in your low down, dirty scheming, just give you a bad rep. Now, he claims that none of this stuff is true. Gotta take his word for it. And I'm not coming on here to say that bro is lying at all, but I think the biggest lesson you can learn in life is if you got something to lose, you better be very strategic on how you gonna move and know that your next step can really take you out through there. Was when you got, they'll drag you, dog. They looking to catch you slipping. They looking to catch you messing up. And that's just a part of the game now that we living in. Cold world, but at the same time, Matt Barnes' credibility just ain't gonna be too high with everybody in this. And we heard them other conversations like that one with Shaq and Shannon Sharp on that one. That was like crazy. And I don't know, maybe AI, I don't know, but yeah, man, tough spot. It plays out in court. I was just thinking they're kind of supposed to be quiet. I'm not the expert. He said ain't what they making it seem. He just got caught slipping. Shall see, man. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.